Why is this woman smiling? Because she is actually a cow in woman's clothing. Here's her story, the story of Beth, Beth of both worlds. Farmer John Loomis is a very unsuccessful garbanzo bean farmer. He asks his wealthy father, Willard Loomis, for financial assistance. Willard agrees under one condition. John must get married immediately and, hopefully, produce the next generation of Loomises, or Lumi. Unfortunately, John has no romantic prospects in sight, so he hatches a scheme to marry his cow, Bessie, whom he renames Beth. Beth plays along as a favor to John, happy to sleep in the warm house instead of the cold barn. John buys her some woman's clothing and a wig, and they sleep in twin beds. I now pronounce you man and beast. Ahem.
That's man and wife.
Man and wife. You may milk the cow.
Kiss the bride.
Hugh Pig, the farm's pig, is resentful of Beth's new level of comfort and authority. Knowing the truth, he blackmails John for little privileges here and there, such as cable TV in the barn, where he enjoys watching pig porn with his friend, Conrad Swain. To raise money for video games, the two have been known to sell martinis to school children. That'll be $5. John's father is fooled by the marriage and gives John financial support. He visits regularly, asking when he can expect some grandchildren. John says they're working on it, though they aren't, of course. On one visit, he makes the mistake of wearing a leather jacket, and Beth, being an animal rights activist and a cow, pours a can of red paint over his head. Tastes like chicken. John, Beth, and Hugh go into town often, where Beth shops for clothes from Jolene, the sales lady at Pert and Perky Plus.
Oh, it's you! It's me.
John and Beth buy groceries and household items from Mr. Withers at Benny's Generalities. Benny Withers is 75 years old, while his hot bride, Rexella, is only 16. She dreams of being an MTV pop diva, though she has difficulty with singing, lip-syncing, and choreography. Rexella and her friends cruise Main Street at night on tractors, and she makes out with teenage boys while Benny sits at home crying into a glass of his own homemade wine, Benny's Black Death. Enos Dingle, the store's horny, emotionally tortured stock boy, has a crush on Rexella, who flaunts her body in front of him just for kicks. Rexella advises Hugh Pig on how to pick up girl pigs, and the next thing you know, he's losing his virginity behind the barn.
Oh, Hugh!
Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Baby, baby, baby!
Oh.
Fearing a sexually transmitted disease, Hugh pays an embarrassing visit to a local sex clinic.
Name?
John Smith.
I know you. You're Hugh Pig from the Loomis farm. You dirty, filthy little pig, you!
Sometimes John and Beth stop into the Dew Crawl Inn for a drink, where flirtatious, muscular bartender Frank Johnson frequently comes on to Beth when John is not around.
There's something different about you.
You have no idea.
Lap dancing is provided in the back room by Lula, the promiscuous cocktail waitress.
Daddy like?
Hubba hubba. Other customers at the bar include Gunnar Knudsen, the Swedish host of a local TV farm report.
Oh, yeah.
And the Bodkins twins, Bob and Otto. They are conjoined at the back and frequently perform on open stage night.
Everything backwards is something else, except for Bob and Otto. That's our motto. We're Bob and Otto.
Farmer John gets his tractor repaired at Flem's garage. Flem is constantly spitting into a spittoon, though he frequently misses and hits customers on the leg. After a trip to Flem's garage or after a lap dance from Lula, locals may wish to take their soiled garments to Ho's dry cleaning, though Mrs. Ho speaks very little English.
So.
Her teenage daughter, the lovely One Fine Ho, frequently needs to come out from the back room to translate.
We got that stain off your overalls, Mr. Loomis.
The Loomis' neighbors are Chuck and Dorothy Recitar. Dorothy flirts with Farmer John, usually after a few slices of her famous tequila bunt cake, and she hints about swinging and wife swapping. One day, John comes home to find Beth and Dorothy playing a game of strip pinochle after too much cake.
Beth, how many times do I have to tell you? Never play strip anything when your species is a secret.
But secrets are hard to keep. Just ask George Bull, a steer from a neighboring farm.
I knew Beth when she was still Bessie, if you catch my drift.
George's gay brother, Flaming Angus, writes a gossip column for the town newspaper, and he throws in items about suspicious goings-on at the Loomis farm, illicit affairs, and lap dances.
You read it here first, people.
His crusty editor, Perry Knight, is constantly fearing a libel suit.
Great scissors ghost!
Other locals include the Sundries guy, a traveling salesman who sells sundries. No one knows what sundries are, but people buy them out of pity because he is a deaf mute. And veterinarian Doc Crenshaw.
Tender udders are quite common, Beth.
Speaking of tender udders, nothing brought the town together as much as the time Beth and Hugh fell into an abandoned well and were trapped for days.
You're dehydrated, Hugh. To save your life, I will allow you to suckle my teats.
Suckle your teats?
Yes, go ahead.
Promise me we'll never speak of this again.
Hello down there!
Thank goodness, just in time.
Almost.
I'll haul you up and we'll go out for ice cream.
Please, no dairy products for me.
So there you have it, Beth of both worlds in a nutshell.
No animals were harmed in the making of this video.
I don't know about that.